Audience ready? Yeah. I think this thing's on. Okay. I'm dead, I think. I won't say that I've passed on or passed away. I don't remember passing anything on the way here. Wherever this is, it just is. Madison Stanton doesn't remember much, only that she's dead and alone in a dark vastness called is. The only company she seems to have are glowing images of objects she once possessed that take her back to the time she lost them and give her clues as to who she was when she was alive and to how she died. The Ever After by Amy Huntley. Ahead, I see a bright pinprick of light. I know it should make me feel warm, but its stark white glow fills me with longing. I push against Iz and ride the pulse as I approach the light. I can see more pinpricks of light. They're items that I lost. They found their way here to return me to my own life. And oh my God, do I ever want to go back, to be with the people I loved, to find out more about who I was. And as I float here, aimlessly, in Iz, I'm already forgetting more about my life. I look through Iz for something that'll take me home. The closest item to me is a bracelet. So I move toward it. Knowledge tears through me. I'm sucked towards wind and heat. I look up and I'm under a tree. And there she is, Sandra. Curly dark pigtails ride behind her in the breeze as she maneuvers her way up the branches. And that little girl next to her is me. As the younger me reaches for a higher branch, sunlight glints off the bracelet dangling from my wrist. I lost it one day while playing here in Sandra's backyard. I'm figuring how this seems to be working. See the object, imagine using it, go back to the time I lost it. Why all the focus on loss? Isn't losing my life enough? Why is my only option for returning to Earth centered on losing something? As I watch 8-year-old Sandra and myself, I remember. We're about to fall. I have to do something to stop this from happening, but no luck. I'm only allowed freedom of movement if I stay close enough to the living me. The universe's rules for this game suck, and I realize this as the tree branch cracks beneath the combined weight of two 8-year-olds. We crack the branches screaming as we fall. And despite all the years that have passed since this moment, I can still remember the feeling of air being forced from my lungs as I struggle to breathe. And I'm back in Iz. Using these items to return to life, it's like an addiction. I have to have another fix. I can't decide which objects to use next. In the end, I don't actually get a choice. I come across some orchids, and I remember I had wore them in my hair for my sister's wedding. I have lived in fear all day of tripping over the hem of this full-length strapless dress. That walk down the aisle was a nightmare, and then right between the wedding and the reception, I started to not feel so hot. At first, I thought I was just tired, but by the time dinner arrived, I started to wonder if I had a fever. The sounds all around me were ringing in my head too, and I turned and fled from the dais, looking for an inconspicuous spot where I could have some privacy. I wobble a bit, and my hair falls from its updo, and the orchids tumble onto the ground. And that launches me back to Iz. I can't remain in my life indefinitely. I'm so intent on my misery that I don't notice at first I've been playing with a necklace. It's silver, and at its center it has black letters that read forever. I'm getting out of the car and I'm at Sandra's house. How did a simple trip to Sandra's after school wind up being the final scene of my life? I'm already halfway into the house, and Sandra's blocking the hallway, keeping me from going any further in. There's a scary silence invading everything. The living me knows it's a frightening expression. It's desperation. There's something dying behind those green eyes. What's wrong? Look, you have to go right now. My mom is completely losing it. Sandra, I can't just leave you here. Look, I'll talk to you about it later, okay? Sandra, you can come live with me. I know my parents will let you. Look, I'll talk to you about it later. Just go right now. Sandra keeps glancing behind her, but I'm too busy trying to convince her to leave with me that I don't notice Mrs. Simpson coming down the stairs. But the misty me sees her, the horrible expression on her face. I miss myself closer so I could hear her. You won't take her away from me. You won't take her away from me. That's what you've always wanted, but I won't let you do it. She has a gun on her hand. I want to tell myself to run to save my life. Only it's not that simple. The gun is fired and the shot whizzes toward me, where I'm next to Sandra, alive, for only a fraction of a second longer. And then everything goes blank. Thank God. I'm back in Is, surrounded by all the objects that have taken me on so many journeys. I won't say I'm any better off knowing how I died than when I didn't know. It feels like I've accomplished nothing by solving this mystery. Only that's not quite true. Because what I've accomplished is understanding that there are some things it's good not to know. Because when you don't, the universe is full of possibilities. I guess now I realize there truly is a time to live and a time to die. And maybe that was all I actually needed to know.